Well, what was that about?
Without context, these kinds of interpersonal interaction become incomprehensible to us. If only we, the audience, could understand what was being said, only then could we understand why and what just happened. These kind of qualifying details are so important to context.
Context consistently interacts with human perception. In fact, context is in the interpretation of perceived details. The question then, is context literally everything?
And that is why you always bring a second pair of pants to school.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Context is the evidence, and people perceive what is going on differently from one another. However, when context is not revealed or understood by us, we become lost, and much of a situation's meaning disappears. So while context can be susceptible to varying interpretations, it is very hard to find one innate universal truth or something that can stand on its own. Even when we have zero knowledge of the background information of a situation, we have our own memories which can provide us with different context.
We can see this when we view others' emotions. We may not know why it is someone is feeling something, but we can understand how they feel. This is called empathy. Emotions do not always require context for an explanation on how they feel, but context gives truth about why an emotion came about.
We've all been tickled, and while we laugh, we may not want to have that feeling. This is because of memory, which gives this context.
An example of context through perception is Plato's shadow thought experiment. Because Grant has never seen anything except shadows all his life, that's all he believes there is in the world. The context he does understand is limited greatly. We cannot reach truth without knowing everything that is affecting the situation. We may believe we completely grasp all the necessary information, but it may not be possible for us to see.
So the point of Plato's thought experiment is to show how limited perception is. If we do not perceive part of the context, it is really hard to understand what is going on, as shown in the next scene. I was really hungry, and yeah, I didn't have a Snickers, and so I wasn't satisfied, and it just wasn't, I was not myself then. I'm sorry, man.
So it's good. It's good. I got your back. Here, I want you to have this.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
I
You're welcome.
I really needed that. So the point of Plato's thought experiment is to show that perception is limited. And also, context is defined by perception. So because of these two premises, Margaret Atwood's statement that context is everything is logically invalid.
Emotion is one of the greatest problems with Margaret Atwood's theory. There is a kind of warmth that can be felt through a smile. We don't have to know what a smile is or means, we can simply understand it. Even babies share this understanding in their earliest years. However, nearly all other ways of knowing require context to truly understand what is going on. It is a defining and almost essential aspect to knowing truth. Context on its own does not create this truth, it defines it.
Dude, I'm really hungry. You think you could help me out and give me a chip?
Well, I only have one left, so I don't know about that.
Dude, come on, I am so hungry. Just be reasonable here. Help me out.
Look, I'm not gonna give you my last chip.
Dang it, man!